Would be on rape from a victim's point of view. Well, I can all assume that we can all define what rape is. But do we know what rape feels like? Rape is a word tossed around a lot by one person to another, like a virus. And like some virus, the non-consensual, brutal, traumatic, painful sexual experience take tremendous time and research to overcome, if at all. Based off one person, one or more person, decision to a selfless act, creating a variety of destruction, pain, and trauma. Leaving one to go through life wondering why, and what have they done. Everyone deals with a tragedy or a trauma in their own way, but I can guarantee that the mental pain never escapes a single person. No one goes untouched. More than a decade ago, I woke up with a gun to my head out of a deep sleep, taken out of my own, and got raped. Through the self-hate, anxiety, self-harm, the guilty attempts, the suicidal attempts, medication, therapy, much more. Talking was my magical, in-progress cure. I've always said I can forget. Well, forgive but not forget. Which was what kept the flashbacks replaying in my head. But once I opened up to one person, that led to another. And at first I seek sympathy, which never seemed enough. Motivated me to tell others. And the more I did, I found myself accepting that what happened is unchangeable. And so I kept on going. And then again, stumbled, feeling like I'm getting rid of something of an importance. So important to me, it felt like being victimized all over again. For this was my reason for being the broken, hopeless person I was. Until I realized I'm not losing anything, that it was my negative experience turning into something good. Talking, something so simple yet so powerful. Talking about something over and over is kind of learning a new language. And as it replays in your head, even though you don't understand, your brain is absorbing that similarity, and then one day it comes all understanding and easy. The more you talk about something, the more you're familiar and accustomed with it. So remember, the key is open up to someone. And that concludes my overview on rape from the victim's point of view. Now, and I do have some tips or challenges, I may say, for victims out there. Get a box of tissue and mirror, a chosen person, your reason for living. And then once you gather all of that, I want you to open that box of tissue, sit that chosen person down, and just let everything out. Everything that you're feeling or everything that comes to your thought, everything that comes from your mouth. And let it all out as you sob or weep or refill that pain. And once that's over, you continue to do this on a daily basis. But instead of having a person, you look back in the mirror and tell it daily to the person looking back at you. Make sure at this moment you have the image of your reason to live. Because like with addiction, accepting and moving on does come with withdrawals. Sometimes the strongest withdrawals. So whenever you're having that hopelessness or that suicidal thought, just remember to look at your reason for living, and if that gets too much, you can go to my website. There are hotlines. You can talk to individuals, or I try to be in touch as much as I can. Our website is www.obstructionswithans101.com. And I promise you that doing this daily will lessen your burden. It is a long journey, but you'll come to, unlike others, not define happiness, but feel what it feels like. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. And see you next time.